What's going on, everyone? Out here on the 2024 MT-07, just running some errands. Had to go get some keys made and figure I'd stop, make a little video, take a little ride, putt around. It's a pretty nice afternoon. Bike is filthy. I've been commuting on it a few days. It's just not commuting on bikes. I get it. It's kind of a pain sometimes. It can be nerve-wracking. Oh, that was almost an accident. But you always get to ride home on a bike, so that's nice. Alright, well, let me take a little ride. My kickstand up so I don't look like an idiot for a change. So, gotta schedule a drop off on this thing next week. I got a clutch recall. I knew it was coming. Oh, there we go. Stall. Oh, this thing is a little grabby on that clutch, isn't it? Still. Yeah. Well, that's like I was just saying. There's a clutch recall where the clutch doesn't want to disengage all the way, and you can feel it sometimes when you pull in the clutch. You still got engine braking. So I'm gonna take it a little easy on this thing. I can see if I can pull over somewhere and I'll show you what I'm talking about. But gets a new clutch, so that's gonna be nice. Apparently a few people have put it in first gear and it's lurched forward and caused an accident a few times. But it definitely feels like sometimes, especially if it's cold, it's worse. I don't know if it's getting worse. Like even right now, like it feels like I'm getting some engine braking. Like it's definitely not disengaging all the way. Like I said, I think it might be getting worse, so probably shouldn't be riding it, but what are you gonna do? I think we'll just turn into this parking lot for a second and see if I can show you. I'm sure this parking lot's the worst with pea gravel. Oh yeah, see that? Let's see if it slows down RPM when I hit the brakes at all. See that? I don't know if you guys are, that's visible to you guys, but it should be disengaged, right? And you can hear it dragging, like it does, like it almost wants to stall out. So obviously that's not good. So I probably won't be commuting on it no more until I get the new clutch put in it. And then apparently if you're not careful, it's a little better when it's real cold. That gets a bit of a jump, so if you were on the gas it could be a bit of a problem, but it's definitely not wanting to disengage all the way, whatever that recall is. So see it? And right there, see that jump? Yeah, it's affecting all CP2s of certain VINs, they say, but after 2021, but it sure seems to be every one of them, even though they're pretending it's only certain ones. So commuting on it's been fun though, even though it's got an issue. But I ordered a few parts for it. Got a what is it, Puig touring windscreen coming, and a tail tidy because that stock tail looks horrible. But I think that's part of the clunky shift issue I've been having as well, because obviously if it's not wanting to disengage thoroughly, it's probably making those shifts a little too positive, so I'm sure that's not good. Yeah, but I'm very excited for that windscreen. Like I said, obviously around town you don't need it, but if you're on the freeway doing 70 some miles an hour, seemed like it'd be a pretty nice thing to have, especially when it's cold. Any little bit of wind you can get off yourself when it's cold. I'm gonna go this way. Hell with it. Be faster. It's Sunday, luckily, so it's not too bad traffic around the schools. I'll tell you what, that's a dangerous spot, in my opinion, riding around schools around pickup time. Parents do not pay attention. They just are so, like, you know, rules and any sort of concept that makes sense just goes right out of their heads, because everyone's just so entitled these days, you know. I get it. Probably me too. No, that windscreen's gonna be great, so I'll do a video showing all my mods once I get that done, and maybe... Oh man, that's gonna drive me nuts. Come on, where's that strap? And then hopefully the difference with the clutch, because I feel like it's definitely not disengaging properly. That'll be next week, though. I think they're ordered the parts, should be next week. I'll hopefully drop it off Friday. Hopefully I get it back by Saturday. It's gonna be nice next weekend, it looks like. So I wouldn't mind getting some rides in. I mean, other than that, this bike's been pretty good. Like I said, the suspension's getting a bit on the wobbly side with a little over 5,000 miles. I'm starting to notice it feeling a bit more sloppy. I've seen some preload adjusters you can get for the forks, which probably do a pretty good job of helping with that. But really, I mean, it just needs a new shock and forks, but I don't know if I'm going to keep this bike long enough. I mean, I like it. Ideally, I'd like to get just a used sport bike. That way I can have this one just be my around town commuter, because it's just such a good bike for that. But who knows what the future is going to hold. I definitely want to look at getting some saddlebags for it as well. I'd like to see if I can find some locking ones though, so when I'm parked at my job site, kind of downtown Boise, I don't want stuff being able to be tampered with. That'd be kind of irritating. I mean, it's pretty good where I'm at, but you know, you still get a lot of homeless and stuff running around there. I was going to buy a laptop this weekend. I've seen some deals on them, but I don't want to buy one and have it not up to the editing 4K. I'm not so computer savvy that I really know what's going on, so I was just going to look at something like maybe a lower mid-level gaming laptop, so I figured that's going to have enough power. Like, I'm sure if I just had just this one camera, but plan is to throw a 360 camera in the mix at some point, so I can do a little multi-camera shots. Which, I mean, I'm gonna be real honest with you, I don't know anything about video editing. That's going to be a whole learning curve right there. I'm sure it's gonna be a bit of a process, but whatever, you know, it's like everything. Learn some skills, improve some quality, take some time to get better at stuff, right? So I gotta hold out, because everything I'm looking at seems to say if I want to do anything that a little better level where I can hang on to it for a few years, it's probably gonna be in that $1,200 range, which definitely not in my budget right now. Trying to pay stuff off, not get more debt. It's like a balancing act with life, right? Just always how it's going, but I always want to increase the quality of these videos. I really think that'd be good, and I think it'd help my channel grow. I do appreciate everyone that is watching. I know I'm a little rough, especially when I'm just taking you along with me. Don't really have anything really planned out. Obviously I make mistakes. It's just real life, you know what I mean? Not a professional rider by any means. But I enjoy it a lot. That's why I kind of want to take you guys along with me. Might do a few commute videos too, it just depends. I know commute times people are a lot more okay. We can't see past this hat. It's all good. We're just all out here, right? Doing the same thing. Just trying to get by. I mean, seeing so many videos of people that get so upset with, you know, things, and it's like, nah. I think that's kind of silly. Yeah, like I said, laptop, I think the editing will be good, especially when I throw a 360 camera in, learn some cuts, and maybe I can edit out some of the lagging, you know what I mean, where I'm not talking as much. That's what I think I need to do, that before I do any commuting time too, just because commuting, you know, is, especially at the ride home from working 10s, you know, it's a little closer to rush hour, getting into that. People are tired, you know. I'm tired on top of it. Kind of need to be a little more on top of your game with just your awareness. I mean, you always should be, but even more so. You know, mistakes are easy to come up, I know, on my side and other drivers, obviously. Do I want to go through this intersection? No, I'm going to go through this housing development. Just figure while we're out, might as well go for a little putt. I know you've seen a lot of these roads already. Nothing too exciting, but this isn't a knee dragging channel, so if that's what you're hoping for, I mean, you might see me drag knee someday, but it's going to be because I wrecked. So if you hang out long enough, it's bound to happen at some point, right? But if you do commute to work, no matter how bad your day is at work, you get to ride your bike home. And then if you have a lot of traffic on the freeway, you want to take the scenic route. I mean, why would you not want to take the scenic route when you're on your bike? That's the fun. It's not the destination, right? It's the ride. And then some corny crap like that, but not that it's not true, just a little corny. But if you have watched this through this far, which, you know, I hope you have, and you're not subscribed, I would appreciate it if you would. Let me grow this channel. I keep telling myself when I hit 500s when I'm going to buy a laptop, because then I can, you know, justify it in my mind, and probably to my wife as well. If you're married, you know how that goes. That'll be the you know, if you're not familiar with YouTube monetization, there's a double or triple thing you need to hit. Well, one of them's 3 videos in 90 days, but that's, I mean, that's just no problem. Most people can do that, depending on how much polish you're on your videos, what kind of videos you're doing. But then you need, the first step would be 500 subs and 3,000 watch hours. And for me, I'll hit the that's cool. Yeah, don't hit the bicycle over there, just run me over. That's cool. Oh man, I'm sitting around too much this weekend. Getting a little leg cramps, gotta stand up for a second. The other thing nice about the MT-07, you stand up right on it. Look like a pretend ADV guy. I cannot wait to get an ADV bike someday. I'll be at Starbucks so much. It'll be so great. It's just a little joke about the ADV guys. Those things are awesome. I've seen some guys out where I ride my dirt bikes on like Teneres and different stuff. And I seen a guy riding his Tenere better than I ride my dirt bike. I mean, launching off the top of hill climbs and stuff. It's pretty freaking awesome. I'm sure if you're an ADV rider in a more urban area, it's more just your commuter, which I'm sure they make great commuters. I guess we should probably turn around before too long. The video's going to get too long. Everyone's going to check out. I don't blame them. I don't blame you guys if you do. I do appreciate you watching, though. Oh yeah, back to what I was saying. Sorry, my mind wanders. So you have 500 subs, 3,000 watch hours, and that'll get you your first step. Oh, that's private exit or something access. Yeah. Should probably pay attention to what I'm doing. And then that gets you your first step, which allows you certain things like super chats and all that. I'm not going to be into all that. Wouldn't ask someone to give me money. That seems a little bit silly. I mean, I'd like to get enough views and monetization rolling that I can get some ad revenue and maybe some, you know, brand deal or something would be kind of cool down the road. But asking someone to just give me money seems a bit, I don't know, seems a little silly. That's what's in here. Never been in here. It's gated. Sort of. It is, but it's open. I'll just turn around then. Private community. I mean, don't get me wrong, private communities look all like nice and safe, but I mean, this is Idaho. How safe do you really need to get? At a certain point, it's, I mean, pretty freaking safe here. I'm in a gated community in Idaho. Is like, what are you doing? And then the second level is when you get your full monetization with ad revenues, 1,000 subs and 4,000 watch hours, which I think is going to be, the subs is going to be the hard part. I'll have 4,000. Like I said, I'm at 2,200 watch hours and go about, average about 20 a day, go up. More content I make, obviously I get some people watching older stuff. I get, you know, goes up, it'll go up a little exponentially, I guess. So that's a correct word. I like to use big words I don't understand, make myself sound smart. But like I said, the subs are going to be the tough part. Especially, most of my subs come from the Eliminator. That's what most people want to see, which, like I said, I understand. Obviously, we bought it for my wife for a reason. It's a great bike. I prefer to ride this one if I have a choice. This is so much more fun to me. Yeah, it's a pain though, because I know when they change my clutch, I get a free oil change out of it too, you know. So I was coming up on an oil change, and I'm looking online, because I've been reading on the forums about this recall, and they're like, oh, it's only specific VIN numbers, and I was like, oh, I don't think mine's in that. And then I see it's getting more countries and more countries, because it's been going through Europe and Canada, and so I've been looking up, is it coming to the US? Is it coming to the US? So finally I was like, all right, well, I need an oil change, so I guess I'll just break down, buy my oil change, and doesn't think I'm going to get the recall. And no joking at all, I think it was like last Thursday I ordered my oil change. Maybe it was last Thursday. Get it all changed. It's all nice, fresh, and nice synthetic Yamaha lube, everything. And it was the Saturday I get the recall notice in the mail. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. Really? I mean, it's not like it's oil change is that much money, but still. Man, not a big fan of throwing like $60 in the garbage. Seems kind of silly. Well, what are you gonna do? That's how it works. If these are my problems, then I guess I don't really have any. So, not like problems like a four-way stop when church is getting out. Those are what I like to call problems. Still pretty nice. A little chilly, 53, a little chilly. Well, not a whole lot else going on, so get through this roundabout and then we'll probably call the video, I guess. Alright, well, wouldn't mind liking, commenting, subscribing, all that stuff, you know, share the video, any questions you got. If you know anything about what sort of specs I need in a laptop to edit 4K, especially like 2 to 3 cameras, sync them and do all that, because like I said, I don't know anything about it. Wouldn't mind drop those specs in the comments, would be kind of cool. That way I know what I really need real world, not just read a bunch of articles. But you know, I ain't got $3 grand to drop. Just want to get something that's gonna be useful for a few years. But anyways, want you all right safe. Bye.